I thought so. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. I think we're good. I think we're good. I see two times left some messages. I got two people watching. Hey man, it's Frank Ticas dropping now. He's talking papas. Misfit Monday, Misfit Monday. Man, we're gonna have a little bit of a conversation here. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the three people watching. Shout out to two times. Hey, what's up, two times? It said $1 million moves. $1 million moves. Yeah, hey, bro, listen, man. I think it's possible to achieve, but it takes a lot, bro. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to hit a million. Even a million subscribers, bro. That's a gang of people. What's up, two times? Hey, what's up, Oakland? Saludos listening from work. All right, Oakland. Nice to see you. Shout out to you, Oakland. I got two times in here. Mimi Ramirez. Shout out to you. Hey, chat. Hey, Frank. Hey, what's up? Mimi, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Blue. God bless you guys. Yeah. Katie Frizzle. Katie Frizzle, did you change your emoji, Katie Frizzle? Because I've never seen that one. Your little profile picture. Let me see. Oh, but it is you. What's up, Katie Frizzle? All right, I had to, sometimes I gotta come check on the actual factual YouTube because I try to stay on the streaming app, whatever it is. Yeah. All right. Cool. Hey. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody listening. Got seven people in the house. Got Mimi. Got Katie Frizzle. Miss Oakland. Everything. Got two times. Hey. Shout out to everybody, man. Frank Ticas dropping knowledge. Stocking papas live. It's Misfit Monday. It's Misfit Monday. Misfit Monday. You know. I think that what separates us from everybody else, when I say what separates us, I'm talking about the Exposed Tube Revolution. Shout out to everybody that's down with the Exposed Tube Revolution, ladies of Exposed Tube. You guys know who you are. Shh, come on. You know what's cracking. You know what's up. I think what separates us is that we're all misfits. But what do we mean by misfits? We're misfits. This is Misfits Monday. Misfits Monday. Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, talking papas. We're talking papas. I've been doing this every day since I said I would, so it's not too much papas. But today's Misfit Monday. We're going to talk about being misfits. Now, it's not always good, it's not always bad. Sometimes, it just turns out that way. Sometimes we're born misfits. Sometimes we're born misfits. We're going to talk about that. That's right, Katie Frizzle, Oakland, everything. That's right, Oakland, Katie. Hey, Miss Mimi. What's up, Yaya, Frank, and Chad? Nice to see you, Miss Yaya. Nice to see you around. God bless you, your husband, your family, everybody, along with everyone that's watching. Everybody that's a part of the Exposed Tube Revolution. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to ET, man, and his family. No. Shout out to everybody and their families. I constantly pray for all of us to always wake up on the right side of history. you know? Hey man, look, you guys may not see it happening right now, but history's happening right now. History is happening right now. I mean, you just have to look at like the World Cup and what the World Cup is being used to distract us from, and you trip out at the history that's going on as we speak. I mean, there's a lot of like movements shifting all over the world right now. And what's crazy is all you got to do is go like into some of these like World Cup forums and sports pages or people that are sharing shit and get a lot of views and just read the comments. Just read the comments. And if you care enough about it, you're gonna do your own research. Like you're gonna find information there, and then you're gonna go see if it's true or not. But there's a lot of shit going on right now. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. So what we need to worry about, and what's gonna make us misfits, because we're gonna talk about misfits. is making sure that we're on the right side of history. No, making sure that when our grandchildren and their grandchildren, and all our future generations, can look back and say, you know what, my family's always, you know, has always been there for the unfortunate, for the lesser than, for those that society sometimes has a blind eye to. No, shout out to ladies of exposed to, man. They've been putting out some good lives. The last live, like I said, I think it needs to be talked about more. It needs to be spread more to see the flagrant use of the law. We've been talking. I try to give you as much vocabulary as I can, so you guys can apply it, so you guys can adapt it, and so that you can become misfits of sorts. So we're going to talk about misfits because Frank Tika's dropping knowledge, talking Papa's live on a Misfits Monday. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. That's right, Miss Yaya. 2 times, sure does. I just found that video of Dubs the Rat talking like he had signed $1 million. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Now I made a video. So that's why you were saying $1 million moves. I have a few videos called $1 million moves. You should check them out, bro. Like if you guys go back and you guys search in my videos and you look at $1 million moves, you're gonna see a bunch of scams, but then you're gonna see a bunch of scandalous shit that they called $1 million moves. So I recommend. So thanks for bringing it up 2 times. Yeah, you know, go check out those videos, those $1 million move videos that I put out a few months ago. I mean, because we've been on their ass. Shit, we've been on their ass. That's right, Mimi, Miss Yaya. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Mimi Ramirez, Miss Yaya, Katie. My picture, I change a lot. I like to mix it up. I get bored. All right, thank you. Gracias. Thank you, thank you. All right, Katie. Yeah, but it's because if I'm on this app, like if I'm because I'm on Restream, right? Like I got that screen up. Like I would have to have the YouTube screen up, like or go to it to see who has a badge and who doesn't. So you guys got to keep me informed. Got to keep me aligned over here. You guys are my eyes and ears on the chat, just so you know. So I'm trusting you guys. That's right, Katie Frizzle, Miss Yaya. Are we having LOET tonight? Well, the yes, ma'am. Okay, I already saw the answer. What's up, Frank D and Familia? Hey, what's up, OG Smalls? Hey, we're kicking it, bro. We're about to get started. I got 13 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Listen, I'm trying to get to 1,000, and then we're gonna see because I'm trying to. I really want YouTube to pay me. I want YouTube to pay me. And they start paying once you hit 1,000 because that's when they start running ads on your shit. So I want to see how that looks. So if you guys can help me and that. And once again, all I ask from you guys is that you subscribe, you hit the like, that you watch my videos. And hey, man, if you guys, when you donate, I truly appreciate it, and God knows that I accept because I believe that He's put that in you to donate. So I appreciate everything that comes my way, but I want to make it very clear as always that you're not going to hear me asking you guys for something. I try to, I don't know, man. I'm a misfit. I'm a fucking misfit. Like look, I'm a God fearing man. I'm a man of peace. I raise my kids in wisdom, in knowledge. We've watched documentaries. We read articles together. Like everything that I see, that I watch and comes up on my news feed, I share with my family and vice versa. Like my kids are, mira papa, look at this, and they'll share shit with me. So we're constantly feeding off of each other. And I think that makes me somewhat of a misfit because not most parents, not most dads have that type of relationship with their kids. Being a misfit is being an outlier. Someone out of the ordinary, can't really mix it up with the rest. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We're gonna get into it. You know, it's Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, talking papas, talking papas live. Hey, when, what? Misfit Monday. It's Misfit Monday. You know, shout out to everybody. That's right, Katie Frizzle. Let's see. Hola, Frank and fam. Walking my dog while listening. All right, that's cool, G Slaughter. Nice to see you, man. OG Smalls. Hey, man, thank you guys so much for your support, Sister Oakland. Yes, ma'am. Miss Yaya, that's right. Hey, I'm going to look forward to it. You guys know I'm going to be right there. Always watching, always supporting, always, putting in our comments. And if I have a question, I'm going to ask. If I have a comment, I'm going to put it there just to support because I think that the work that the ladies have exposed to put out there is truly important, and I think that we're setting the bar. We're setting a precedent. We're fucking misfits. See that? We're misfits. We're out of the ordinary. You cannot pigeonhole us, and we don't fit into your fucking weird ass thoughts of who we are. You know. See, I think that what's happened, and this is just, I don't know if you guys agree with me. Those of you that are listening, those of you that rock with me, those that know I rock with you, those of us that have, a little bit more of a connection outside of the lives and outside of, so like where we actually speak. Those of you guys that we have conversations. I think that we've grown to trust, right? We've grown to trust that if you're doing something, whatever you're doing, it's always in pro of what our principles and our morals are. No, I trust that. No, like people can like have tried to come at me, and I'm sure they try to come at you, and I see it going on a lot where people try to get inside somebody's ear and, oh, look, have you noticed that? Have you seen that? No, it happened with one of the ex of exposed to, a certain so and so, to try to disrupt, like try to get in people's ears and try to like start a whole fucking revolution. Like, I'm sure people try to get in your ear and talk shit, and I'm like, hey man, what are you talking about? I just had a conversation with this person, like about that shit you're talking about, like not, like you're fucking wrong. You're wrong. You know. And I think that that's what separates us from the rest. That we're fucking adults. We're grown ups. Like we're a grown up fucking channel. We're a grown up umbrella. We're a grown up group. We're misfits. We're not fucking little kids out here like trying to get a name for ourselves, trying to avoid work and shit. At least not me. I'm not trying to avoid work. I need to work. I enjoy working. I enjoy making a check. I enjoy getting paid. I enjoy knowing that that's my primary thing and thinking whatever I make from YouTube is secondary. It's going to help for other things, but I will constantly continue to work because I'm an adult, and I think that that makes us misfits. The fact that we're adults in this space of more young people than not, although YouTube is aging a little bit, that's why you see other platforms rising. Hey, but we're gonna be on Kick too. I'm gonna start streaming on my shit. But what I'm saying is that we haven't lost, like we're stuck in between, being adults, being grown-ups, but still having the ability to ride this technological wave, the social media wave with an ease. And motherfuckers can't stand that shit. We're fucking misfits. The exposed troop revolution. We're fucking militant misfits. That makes it even worse for the rest. Because we do this shit. Man, we're out here every day. Look, ET's out every day. I'm out every day. Taco Scene's putting work out every day. I know some people who's got to pause because of the type of content that they have. And I know LOET, I know you guys aren't doing it daily, but you're involved in other shit daily, every day. We're in the lives always together. While maintaining families, while working, while being adults, like living as adults. We're fucking anomalies. We're fucking misfits. Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, stacking papas. Live. Misfits Monday. We're fucking misfits, and they can't stand it because we're a different type of misfit. We're the intelligent misfit. We're the responsible misfit. We're the we stand by what we say type motherfuckers. And they can't stand it because they're not like that. Not built like it. OG Smalls, that's right. Jay Slaughter, Mimi, OG Smalls, JS, Miss Yaya, Katie Frizzle, that's right. Vamos USA. Hey man, look. Hey, that red card became controversial, huh? Controversial. That was look. Everybody agrees that it shouldn't have been a red card, but the fact that Trump is out there saying I called Infantino and told him to, that's the only thing that fucks everything up. Like he should have kept his mouth shut. That's right. Let's see. Pray for your children's kids, peace and past. Yeah, exactly. And we have to. We have to. Like that's like already automatic, Mimi, in my prayers because I have kids and I know most everybody that watches that we get down with has kids or has little brothers or I mean it doesn't matter if you have kids. It's just the fact that kids are victims, man. I was watching I'm going to tell you guys this thing, man, that I was watching today. Then it got me upset. But, I always have to do the research. So I saw this thing. I'm going to tell you guys about it. I saw this thing. Then I did the research. And it turned out that it was like this big old misconception. But we'll get to that. We're talking about misfits. Misfits Monday. What's up, Ghost? Saludos, Frank. Everyone. Ghost is a misfit. You're a misfit, Ghost. You're a misfit. That's right, Katie. That's right. Miss Yaya. Saludos to Ghost. Hey, Terps, what's up? Hey, shout out to Terps, man. Shout out to Sooner. Shout out to Taco, saying everybody out there putting work in, doing your thing, man. Keep getting it. Got to keep them on their toes, right? Yeah, Look, you got to keep people on your toes, but you know who you have to keep on your toes first? You got to keep yourself on your toes. And I think that's where we make mistakes sometimes is when we trust, when we don't take action, when we just like we're observers and we're reactive, we're not like on the offensive. Nah, I'm on the offensive. Fuck that. I'm always on the offense. Like I'm always thinking about how to get ahead, but not how to get over. See, that's the big difference. And that's what I believe makes me a misfit. Because I want to get ahead, but I don't want to get over on people. Like, I can get ahead without getting over. And that makes me a misfit. No, motherfuckers out there trying to look for shit on me, which you will never find, bitch. Now, if you go back to the me previous to getting locked up, man, I was a scandalous fool. Yeah, I was scandalous shit. I was. I was the worst type of misfit back then. No, but I'm not gonna exaggerate like fucking Joker. I was a fucking boogeyman. Nah, man. But I was bad. I was bad. I wasn't trustworthy. You can really trust me with too much. I mean, unless I really respected you, unless I really loved you, and even then, I might lie. Even then I might lie because I was living a life. I was living a certain life, and there were things I wasn't going to disclose to my mom or to even to my girlfriend at the time, or to my sisters. And with my sisters, it was just because fuck, man, they used to get me in trouble for bullshit. Like they used to tell on me shit I didn't even do. So I was like, I'm not. If I got in trouble for shit I didn't do, imagine me telling them all of the shit that I'm into. I couldn't. No, I was a different type of misfit back then. And if you were to say anything about me back then, I mean, obviously there's going to be certain things that will never be true because I've always been a man. I've always been a fucking man, straight up, 100%. You know? And what's funny is that it's because I'm so secure of my manhood that I can talk to all kinds of people. I have no problem with that because none of that's going to affect me. I'm a strong minded individual. I'm a fucking brilliant misfit. That's right, Ghost. That's right. Okay, Frank, I'll send you a wheeler next time. Please do so. Terps, I send mine. Hey, Ghost. Hey, thank you so much, Ghost. Shout out to you, man. God bless you, bro. May the Lord multiply it a thousandfold with good health, a job, just get bonuses, man. If you get bonuses at work, I hope you get all of them. I hope you get a raise. I hope you get a promotion, man. I'm gonna pray for that. And I pray that for every single one of you. Because I'm a firm believer in growth. I believe in growth. I do not believe in being stagnant. You know? If you're stagnant, you have a mind of squalor. Straight up. Shout out to Ghost, man. Thank you so much, Ghost. Thank you so much. Hey, Katie, likewise, Terps, Mimi, Terps. That's right. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. That's right, OG Smiles, man. Hey, Mr. Rogers was cool as fuck. I think that was one of the best human beings that existed. Mr. Rogers was an excellent human being. He was. And people try to talk shit to him because and talk shit about him because he was an anomaly. He was a misfit in his own way. Mr. Rogers was. He chose to be upright, respectful, soft spoken in an era where what you were hearing now were those shock jocks on the radio, rap and all of these things were coming up. But Mr. Rogers chose to stay Mr. Rogers, man. He was a misfit. That's one of the people that I'm like, man, that guy truly lived what he preached. And sometimes you have to, like, sometimes just doing that, being able to say this is who I am and constantly demonstrating it will make you a misfit in a world of mediocrity. And that's the problem with some people is they want to drag you down to their mediocrity because mediocrity becomes the norm. And when you choose to rise up and say, man, fuck that. I'm not going to be no mediocre ass fool here especially on YouTube, especially interacting with people that I want to hear a different kind of message. I'm not going to come out here and be mediocre. Man, fuck all that. And maybe that will make me stick out like a sore thumb, but fuck it. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, talking papas live. I'm a misfit. It's Misfit Monday. And I can see how it is that we all came together because just talking every single one of you individually, you got a little bit of misfit in you, you know, but all to the good. That's right, Terps, OG Smalls, Ghost. Hey, what's up, Johnny G? What's up with it, Frank? Chilling, man. We're talking. Operation Thorn Inside was a success. That's right, side, Johnny. That's right, 7. Let's continue. Yeah, let's continue. G Slaughter. Istika's talking about US. Talk that papas. That's right, Facto. Nice to see you, man. Hey, we're talking papas. We're breaking it down, bro. It's Misfit Monday. Misfit Monday. I believe that that's how we all became, all came together. We're all misfits in a way, you know? Yes, I'm an idiot. Facts. Hit the like button. Yeah, yeah, please do so. Thanks so much, Mimi. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you want to jump on and just chop it up, the link is there. You guys know what's up. Mira Ramirez, I hope you're feeling better. Ghost, thank you. Hey, what's up, Nightmare? Nice to see you, bro. Ill mannered. Hey, shout out to you, Ill mannered. Good to see you around here. Thanks so much for showing your support. OG Smalls, everybody, Katie Frizzle. Imagine being mediocre. I can, bro. I can. I can imagine being mediocre because I believe that there was a time in my life when I was trying to fit in that I became mediocre. I was not living up to my full potential. I was being half-assed about shit purposely. Like purposely. Like I dropped out of school not really because it was hard for me. It was just because I was rebelling. I was being a fucking dick. And I thought that that's how I was going to get at my parents, you know? and then I started acting stupid out there on the street. So I mean, to me, that whole time in my life was me being not just mediocre, but less than, less than who I should have been. So I was a misfit. No, we're talking about misfits. Misfit Monday, man. I was a misfit back then. But I was a misfit in the bad sense. I was the type of person that couldn't really belong anywhere because I wasn't really trustworthy. I was acting a fool. Now I'm a misfit in the other sense. Then that's kind of what we were talking about, that I believe that that's what got us all together as a group, man, because all of us individually are misfits in some sort of way. But I think that that originality shines through and it makes us the people that we are, regardless of what we name ourselves online, what profile picture we use. Eventually your personality seeps through the way you chat, the way you answer, the way you react to things that are said, the way that we interact with each other. So, I believe I learn a lot. And I believe that that's the purpose that we have, is to be able to grow in knowledge and truly be stewards of that knowledge, be able to disseminate it, to spread it out to our children, to young people. Some of the things that I've talked to you guys about that maybe I've learned, like I go and I share it, like I adapt it and I share it because I believe that that's what we need to do. But that's just me. What's up, Max? Ranticas and chat saludos to all my familia and chat. Hey, that's right, Max. You know we're familia. My sister from another mister, Katie Frizzle too. She's my sister from another mister. Like straight up, because complexion wise, me and Katie Frizzle aren't too matchy right there. That's right, Ghost Misfit activated. Yeah, man, Maggie, my friend. That's right. Mimi Ramirez, my lady, Ghost, Mags. Yeah, that's right. Ill mannered Mags, ill mannered Nightmare. Was good, Mr. Frankster. Hey, chilling, man. Over here talking about misfits, but being a misfit isn't always a positive. You know, there are misfits in these spaces, social rejects. And the reason why they're social rejects is not so much because society has rejected them per se, but they reject social norms. They reject them, right? And I know for a long time I rejected social norms. That's why I'm saying at some point in my life I was a misfit, but in a negative sense. And I believe that there's a lot of bad actors on these spaces that are also misfits, but they're misfits in the destructive form. See, and I think that when you break it down, right, we can break down, and we always talk about belief systems because we're all different, right? But I always talk about it. I always bring it up. But I think that it all comes down to this, right? It all comes down to, is what you're doing hurting others? You know, in the grand scheme of things, is what you're doing sustainable? Because if it's not sustainable, it means that you are hurting something. You're damaging something. No, and I think that there are destructive people that you can call misfits because they're destructive. But then there's a counter to that, which is constructive people, people that construct, that edify. Sometimes we don't fit into social standards either because of it. Sometimes we're a little too strict and disciplined in certain shit, and that makes us stick out like sore thumbs, and it turns us into misfits. But sometimes we're misfits for the common good. And I think the ladies of Exposed Tube are a clear example of misfits to the common good. Shout out to ladies of Exposed Tube. Shout out to ET in the Exposed Tube revolution. Shout out to everybody that's in here that supports. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. That's right, Nightmare. Nightmare, that's right. Facto 7G. That's right. Facto. Mags, please don't shank me. Katie, good to see you, girl. That's right. Ghost, Miss Yaya, OG Smalls, Mag, James. What's up, my friend? Let me catch up right here. Mags, Mag. That's right, Nightmare. Ghost. Oakland, everything. Saludos, amigo. Pang, pang. All right. So there was this story that I was watching. Like there was this woman that was like filming, and she was talking about this issue that happened in Colombia. Okay, now I'm diverging from the misfit topic. I'm gonna talk a little bit about like why it's important to bring up cases like the ladies of Exposed Tube did, on their last live, which I think is extremely important to understand. Okay, but I want to first put out there a scenario that at the moment seems similar to me to that case. To the case that ladies have exposed to put out there, of this worthless piece of shit who, you know, forced himself upon his own flesh and blood, and it was so bad that she ended up taking her life. So I was, and I've seen a couple of other things that have come out because we all believe that the law was not served, and we could even consider that that judge is somewhat of a misfit, but in a negative sense, in a destructive sense, based on his track record. Now, once again, I am not a defender of the prison industrial complex. On the contrary, fuck that shit. But I do believe in crime and punishment. I do believe that there has to be justice. I believe that. And I believe that the laws should be upheld. I do believe that. I believe laws should be upheld. No, I believe, but laws have to be fair. Not everything that's law is fair. Slavery was legal once. Doesn't mean that it was good just because it was legal. And there's a bunch of other stuff that are considered illegal in certain places that shouldn't be illegal because they're suppressive, they're oppressive. But that's a whole different conversation. Now, what hit so hard about the case, about that particular case, is that justice was not applied. Okay? So I was reading this morning, I was getting ready for work. I was flipping through my phone and I saw this woman, like a news reporter, I guess, who was talking about this case in Colombia. And if you guys heard about it, let me know. But there's this, I don't know, 38, I forgot what age, this American white dude in Colombia. He was seen on the balcony with a 7-year-old he adopted. He had two other children in the apartment with him. I guess also children that he had adopted. But the thing is that the people saw him on the balcony, the people on the street, they were looking at the child's facial expressions and they called the cops because they believed that this man was essaying this kid on the balcony. Okay, so I mean, who knows how it? I mean, for all of these people to react that way, that must have been the impression that they got. That must have been what was, you know, observable to the eye. I think IOR just text you, Peter. Okay, yeah, that should happen more often, bro. Yeah, rest in peace, Michaela. Yeah, man, rest in peace to her. Sickening case. But anyways, this particular American, they call the cops, they come get him, they spread the story across social media. And what was the story? The story was, American in Colombia was essaying child on the balcony. Okay, that was the story. That was the story. Give me a second, guys. Someone was knocking, and it was the Watchtower people. That's right. Hey, salute family. We're right here. Hey, that's right, Mr. Oxnard. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you and your family. God bless you. And everybody, man. Frank, whatever happened to horns? I don't know. It's a good question. Very good question. You asked the right questions, Mr. Oxnard. I just don't have the right responses. But anyways, that's right, Mr. Oxnard. So the cops show up. They find these. They find the child, the 7-year old. They find the two other children. They take him into custody. It's Showtime, folks. Yeah, I'm watching it, bro. They take him into custody. They take him to this police station. Give me a second, guys. These people don't take no for an answer. Man, they were knocking harder. What the fuck? I told you I'm fucking busy. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and begin this. Brother Manor, that's right. That's right. OG Smalls. Yeah, rest in peace, Michaela, man. So they call the cops on this American because everybody saw him on the balcony with a 7-year-old boy. The 7-year-old boy was making faces, was like gasping, and they're thinking this dude is essaying this kid. Take him into custody. The news spread all over social media. I mean, I was watching it. This happened in Colombia. I saw it yesterday, a little bit towards the evening. And then this morning, there was an update. And it turns out, okay, they were his kids, and the child was was like choking on something. He was asphyxiating on something. And what he was doing, he was giving the child the Heimlich. He was doing the Heimlich maneuver on him. So, you see this man on the balcony with a kid. You imagine the Heimlich maneuver, imagine the expressions on the boy's face, whatever. People filmed it. They spread the video all over the internet, all around the world, obviously, because I was able to watch it here, you know? And the president came out and said, "Yeah, you guys made a mistake. This man, we checked the children. We did medical revisions, everything, and the kids are healthy. Nothing has happened to them." You know, and see, and I think it's important. I think it's always important. And once again, what I always say, you got to watch, sit back, and observe. Sometimes, no, I don't let. Let me reframe this. There was a moment in which some of these narratives, like, that the fucking idiots put out, like, really pissed me off. There was a moment. And I think that it's because I was allowing myself to be influenced by the feelings of other people. I'm going to be honest. That's what I think. I think that because I was listening and I was kind of like having conversations, I was like, this is kind of getting out of hand. It's fucking pissing me off. And I was getting pissed off. But then I remembered a lot of like basic shit. Like, first of all, these people don't fucking know me. Secondly, even if they know me, even if they knew me, even if they know people that know me, no one's ever going to back up their shit. Like, no one's ever going to come and co sign all of these fucking weird ass narratives. No, thirdly, if they were to come out and put up my shit out there, man, I've got social media. I personally have put my shit out there. Like, what the fuck? No, so when I really started thinking about it, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let these weirdos get to me. Now, why am I saying this and why am I connecting it? Is because we have to be very careful when we get involved in talking about shit. Now, as far as the situation with Michaela, we all know the facts of that story. And as a matter of fact, I had read about it and I had watched the video about that. I believe Renegade Media put a video out on it over a month ago. Over a month ago, I saw he had put out that video. And the reason why I knew that I had seen that video is because I had seen one video, and you know how the algorithm works, you're going to throw two, three more videos about the same thing. Then I saw that he had done a video. That was a while back. And then when Ladies of Explosive decided to do it, I'm like, hell yeah, because I think that these are things that people need to see and need to be aware of. But at the same time, there are people that weaponize these type of cases, these types of crimes, to spin narratives and throw jackets on people for the fuck of it. And we're not of that type. Let them other motherfuckers do that shit. We don't need to fucking spin narratives on nobody. And that differentiates us because we know the seriousness of these types of cases. I'm not gonna fuck around and play about that shit. I'm sure other people might find it funny. There might be some dark humor around it. I understand. But there are some things that I choose not to partake in. And when it comes to making jokes about SA, about child SA, about all of these things, about, grape, about, abusing women, hitting women, all of these things, that to me is no laughing matter, no matter who it is. Straight up. And I think that because we as a group, as the Explosive Revolution, are so adamant about it, that makes us misfits. That makes us anomalies. Because while everyone else is, oh, this is just the internet, this is just jokes, we're like, nah, fuck that shit. There's actual victims, there's actual consequences to these types of actions. How are you going to joke about it? Man, fuck all that. Hey, Max, you're out with the dog monster? That's right. I'm not here. All right, Ghost. That's crazy. Ghost, that's crazy. That's crazy. The dog monster, the theory. Papas y más papas. That's right, Machete. Nice to see you, man. Ill manner. The Monte Sniper's a weirdo riding Hartford. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but that's a whole different fucking weirdo. He's a fucking weird ass misfit, but he's a misfit in the fucking weird sense of the word. Imagine. See, here's what I say. This is what I say. This is what I think. And if I'm wrong, let me know. If you agree, let me know. I don't know. Guys, let me know. The fact that men, grown ass men, and some women, right? There's some women that do that shit too. Come out in public on their lives, on their videos, to lie, to glamorize bullshit, and to act stupidly makes them, in a way, misfits. Why? Because under normal circumstances, these are things that are not acceptable in society. But they try to make them acceptable here on YouTube. So that's what I'm saying. There's constructive misfits, there's edifying misfits, which I believe we are a part of. We're also destructive, but towards the other ones. Because there's also destructive misfits. And those are the ones that are constantly going at us. And all I have to say about them is they ain't about shit. They're not about shit. Frank Tica's dropping now. They're stocking papas live. Misfits Monday. Man, look, we're misfits. Why? Because I would like to believe, I would love to believe that all of us can agree that this is a movement and a revolution. If I did not think it was that way, then I would only be playing, having fun, and I would not be as serious about what I do as I am. Or maybe I would be serious, but I'd be doing it, differently. If I thought that as the exposed tube revolution, ET was not serious about it. Ladies of exposed tube were not serious about it. The people that engage and are here right now with me, those that go on the lives and participate, weren't really about it. Then to me it would be like, it doesn't make sense for me to get too invested in something that's not serious. And that makes me an anomaly, a misfit to them. Because what is it that they try to criticize about us? Well, you guys are always there. You guys are always. Don't you guys have lives? Yeah, we got lives. We just know how to do shit. We know how to take care of business. So, in that sense, we are misfits. We're misfits in the sense that we're constant with what we do. We don't fall off. And I think that those people that fell off is because they don't have the stamina, they don't have the conviction, they brought in their own agenda and they couldn't fit in. So they were misfits in the destructive sense. That's right, that's right. Big facts, never. Let's see, yeah, too many people go around doing reckless stuff like that. It's hella weird. Yeah, it's fucking hella weird. Hey, what's up, Popeye? Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. Everybody that's here, man. Everybody. That's right, ill mannered. Popeye, OG Smalls, zero tolerance. Ain't no sexual stuff or explicit content gonna fly on any page. Keep it chill, respectful, clean forever. Yeah, bro. And and then you got the other side of the tortilla, right? Of that misfit tortilla, but the weird misfit tortilla, where if they're not sexualizing shit and making fun of shit that has of that nature or trying to throw jackets of that nature. The flip side to that is that they're glorifying criminality, prisons, and all of this other shit. So it's like they're misfits in that rotten sense. So fuck them. Straight up. Papa, always good to see you, my friend. That's right, Mags, holla. Machete, much respect to all the ladies and homies showing support to the channel. My respect to all. That's right, Machete. That's right, Katie Frizzle. So I don't think there's nothing really inherently bad with being a misfit. It just depends on what it is that you're not fitting into. What is it that you don't fit into? Well, I'll tell you straight up what I know I could not fit into a situation where I could ever partner with either Ratas or Skittles. I could never ever partner with them. If they ever got at me like on a respectful tone and said, you know what, Frank, this and that, and they came at me with like all of the apologies, whatever, like they could be the most sincere fucking apologies. I could accept it, I could forgive, but that would not mean that I could associate. I could not associate, not at all. I'd be like, all right, shit, okay, cool. Vaya con Dios. Vaya con Dios in whatever sense of the word. Vaya con Dios. But me personally, I ain't fucking with you. Because you showed who you are. Like, you showed your true selves. And you can apologize for that, but there's consequences to that type of shit. And one of the consequences is that I don't trust none of it. Because I don't know, like, how many more months before you turn around and start talking shit again. Straight up. I have no confidence in that. But I can forgive. I just won't fuck with you no more. You know? You're a misfit. Machete, much appreciated, hermano. That's right. Or any of these other weirdos that have come at us disrespectfully, try to throw charges, try to throw threats and shit like that. How am I just gonna? Oh, forget about that. Don't trip. Yeah, all's forgiven. Yeah, all's forgiven. But I ain't gonna fuck with you. Straight up. And see, that's where a lot of people mistake what forgiveness is. Forget all forgiveness is that I okay, cool, you know what? I'm not gonna blame you for this shit. I'm not gonna have any more ill feelings towards you. I've forgiven you. Ya estuvo. I'm not gonna think about it anymore. I'm not gonna bring it up anymore. It's over and done with. That's forgiveness. It doesn't necessarily automatically give people access to you once again. No, it doesn't. No, these are things that we have to understand. Like you can publicly forgive someone that was being a stupid ass for over a year. Imagine if these trolls one day decide, you know what, hey, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. I apologize to everybody. They make a fucking big public announcement. They tag people and they tag you on it. And maybe they disrespected you for over a fucking year. Now, you can forgive, but are you really gonna fuck with that person? No, you're not, because they've already demonstrated who they are. Yeah, I know, G Smalls. I know. But I think the US is gonna lose, bro. I think the US. I don't have any money on this game, but I think they might tie it up. They might go like the extra time, but Belgium is gonna score again. That's what I think. But yeah, man. So we're misfits up in here. Just being on the right side of history. We got to be on the right side of history. What's up, baby girl Wendy, the general? Have Frank Tika, my friend. Good to see you again. Good to see you too. Yeah, well, you can see me. I can't see you. I mean, I can see you're there. But thank you so much for stopping by. Wendy, pinche ill manner. There you go, ill manner. You're gonna get the ball rolling. I already know what this leads to. But yeah, I wouldn't want to hang around people that are sheeple. I can't. I have, I had a lot of friends that were in the church with me. People that I broke bread with, that I invited over to my house. All of these things, but when it came down to me truly living the life that I knew I had to start living, I had to walk away from that, and I became a misfit of sorts. No, like there's people from church that they'll say hi to me like real, hey, hermano Frank, and others when they see me like they saw the fucking devil. I'm in their, so in their eyes, I'm a misfit. But I can't. I have no way of changing any of that. That's right, Mimi. Wendy looks. I see you, homegirl. El man. Ya sabía, yo ya sabía. Wendy, yeah. I knew it, Machete. There you guys go. There you guys go. I'm gonna put my own over here. I'm gonna put Wendy Gale. I'm gonna call you Wendy Gale. A ver qué me dices, Wendy Gale. Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up? Hey, what's up, unknown? What's up, man? Chilling, bro. We're chilling. Host Wendy. Ahí te puse Wendy Gale. Anyways, Wendy girl loves it when we call her Wendy. Yeah, that's right, Max. That's right. She's a misfit. Picture Wendy's a misfit too. But see, that's what makes us all unique. Like that's what makes us unique. We have so many different types of people. No, we all react differently, but we respect each other. We get along with each other. We get down with each other. We're on the lives together. We chop it up, and we just have to be respectful, even if there's doubts. Even if there's doubts, if there's a doubt about something, man, get at the person. Let's get at the person. I was having a conversation early this fucking morning about that. Saludo mannered, like we always do about the San Francisco when you call me Wendy. This is the first time I called you Wendy girl. But I'm glad you loved it. That's right. Question, Mr. Are you okay with being called Francisco or Pancho? I don't have a problem, bro. I don't like Pancho. I'm gonna be honest with you. Francisco, that's my name. You know, what my family in Spanish they dicen Fran. Hey, Fran, Fran, because that in Spanish that's like Frank. So I get more Fran, Francisco, Frank. That's it. Those are like the ones people usually call me. Pancho, not really. Nobody calls me that. And there's other like Francisco is one of those names that you can. There's like a bunch of variation. Francis. You know, there's so many. Mags, I love. That's right. Wendy, that's right. OG Smalls. Look, we're gonna be misfits in the sense that if we don't allow ourselves to be conditioned by the world around us, we're going to be deemed misfits. And depending on where you live in the world, that could even be considered dangerous. Straight up. Oopsie, I meant to say when you call me Wendy Gale. All right, yeah, I thought so. Wendy Lowe's is definitely an OG YouTube subscriber. She's been harassing fools in the chat for years. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, Wendy loves love it when you call her Wendy. Yeah, but she loves it when I call her Wendy Gale. See, Wendy Gale. See, you didn't pay attention, Wendy. You were on automatic. You were on autopilot. Look, whenever you stand up for the meek, whenever you stand up for the voiceless, whenever you bring to the forefront the causes of the less fortunate, of victims, you will instantly be considered a misfit by a large swath of society. There is a large portion of society that would rather sweep everything under the rug, not talk about it. Doesn't make us look good. Kind of makes us look bad. We shouldn't even fucking bring it up. It's a bad look. How many times have you heard it's a bad look? It depends. Maybe you're judging it wrong. Straight up. Maybe you're judging it wrong. Maybe it looks bad now, but towards the future, how's it really going to look? Because sometimes going against the norm is going to make society look at you like you're a weirdo, like you're a fucking misfit. But maybe you're standing on business and maybe you're standing on the right side of history. You know? Like us being so supportive of the exposed tube revolution and everything that ET does, that the ladies of exposed tube do, and how we support everybody's channel. And I appreciate the support that I get as well. And God bless all of you, straight up. Wendy is our misfit, yeah. And so, look, Machete, you and me have been running these YouTube streets and watching everybody's BS since 1802. Hey, look, here's another misfit. What's up, Moni? Moni the misfit. Another one. That's right. Good to see you. That's right. I'm most definitely a misfit. Been one my whole life, and I love it. Yeah, And listen, but we have to understand when we're misfits for to edify or misfits to destruct. You know. Now, like a lot of people may think that when we put out our content, like when I put out my videos, criticizing, pointing shit out, the contradictions, all that shit, you may think that what I'm trying to do is destroy someone. No, I'm not trying to destroy anybody. What I'm trying to do is destroy that is depraved and that shouldn't be allowed to be fucking put on the screen for everyone to see. Now, how is it gonna be right to watch these 50 fucking year old men shaking their fucking ass in front of 20-year-olds? and like and kind of holding them hostage to that shit. Oh, that said, whenever you guys go live, I go live with you guys. Whenever I do my boxes, you guys don't want to go on my boxes. Like, bitch, they're trying to hold people hostage and then trying to pimp the boxes. Remember when they were trying to pimp the boxes? Hey, if anybody gifts these women, I'm gonna let them up. Like, what? Bitch, you ain't no pimp. So that's being a misfit in the destructive sense. Straight up. That's right, Moni. Baby girl Wendy, Moni. Yeah, Moni's chilling. Hey, good of you of being here, Moni. You know what's up, man. You know what's up. I know I'm a misfit. I know I'm a misfit. I'll tell you right now how I know I'm a misfit. I'm going to tell you guys why. And if you guys were, are in the Discord, I'm going to tell you like this. Not every cosign is a good cosign. I don't need the only cosign I need, guys, is those of you that have subscribed to my channel. Like, when we're talking about YouTube, right? The subscribers to the channel, those of you that rock with me, that were friends outside of this YouTube thing, those of you that are a part of the Exposed Tube revolution, ladies of Exposed Tube, everybody that's a friend of the channel, you guys I'm going to listen to. And I'm beholden to you guys. I believe that you guys support me. So therefore, I'm always going to come out here and be straight up. You know? But all these other fools, all these other scammers, man, fuck them. They're misfits. But they're destructive misfits. They scam people. They lie. And that's not good. And I'm never gonna back up them plays. Fuck all that. Mag, Smalls. Let's see. Double tap, double tap, double tap. I need one. Refall. Let's go. Yeah, man. Fuck off. Man, imagine that shit, Mr. Oxnard. Us grown ass men over there on TikTok talking about, hey, come on, they're gonna snipe me. I need a galaxy. I need a galaxy. Man, Moni, you can do it. I know that's how we met you. But you're not gonna see me doing that shit. You're not. You're not. Why? Because I stand on what I say. I stand on what I think. I stand on what I put out there. And if that makes me an anomaly, if that makes me strange to people, I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna stick to my word, and my word is bond. I'm old school. Like, I'm old school in the sense that I truly believe in respect and honor. I believe in that shit. And that's why I believe in getting a fade. I believe in catching fades. Because I believe that sometimes part of your honor is just fucking knocking some fool's teeth out. Straight up. But one on one. Just, sometimes you got to. Practicas dropping knowledge, talking papas. We're talking papas on a Misfit Monday. We're misfits up in here. But I think that what guides us and what makes us misfits, apart from like what all of the eccentric traits that we all have, is the fact that we truly stand on what we do. We truly support the movement. That's right, baby girl. My play brother on YouTube, Angel Newfound Life, recently made a channel for all of us to get the panel wherever we wanted to be. He seen this channel, Misfits. He named this. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right, Moni, Tiki. That's right. I'm a pimp. I'm pimp as fuck. Man, go. Shut up. Saying goes, no, you're not, Moni. Moni, come on. No mud song. Hell nah, no mud song around here. That's right, old mannered. Go, yeah. Moni on some was misfits. Yeah, we're misfits. Moni needs her. That's right. That's right. Orale, palabra. Baby girl Wendy, what are you? Smalls, I'm almost itching for some. Team Squalor is polluted. Yeah, it's polluted. It's polluted. I want to consistently be on the right side of what we do, on the right side of history. I wake up. I wake up every day, and that's my prayer. That's a part of my prayer. And and I pray the same thing for every single one of us, because when my grandkids, or my kids, when they're older and I'm gone far away, you know, in the cosmos, angel dust, but not the PCP type. No, whenever I return to my creator, no, I want my kids to be able to say, you know what, my dad was kind of a misfit, but he always stood on business. And he always stayed on the, as much as he could, he walked that fine line of always being on the right side of history. That's what I want my legacy to be. But right now, doing that, like for us to be out here, like once again, when we come out here, what do we do? What is it that we say we do? What is it that, what is our mission statement, right? That's exactly what we do. And we do it in different ways. And we do it through our channels. No, so when people try to downplay that shit, it's like, man, fuck you. We stand by this shit 100%. And if that mission statement and what the exposed tube revolution is about is going to make us outcasts or the outsiders, like you remember the movie The Outsiders, so let it be. So be it. Fuck it. We'll be the outcasts. We don't give a fuck. We'll be the misfits. Run that. Monios, neta. Salud. Hey, what's up, everyone? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I've got 29 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That's right, old manner. Okay, wasn't, yeah, there, yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. Wendy got her bigger sable than Ghost Pim. Man, is strong with that. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Thoughts on being supposed about Al getting a win just because the same guy been calling that's way into his chat. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. I know you just jumped on. Look, to each his own. To each his own. But there's certain cosignings that I don't need. Simple as that. And that's why I was saying the only cosigns that I need are my family. Like if we're talking about out here, my family and my friends, which I have plenty of. I don't know how that happened, but I ended up, at this stage in my life with plenty of friends out here in real life. No, and if you're on social media, you will see that that's true. With if you're on my social media. Apart from that, the approval and the support. Sorry about that. Of ET, of Ladies of Exposed to, of everybody that rocks with my channel, of my subscribers, that's really the only cosigns that I need. And if there's, and if channels come up like Chill, when Chill jumped on my live, that was a good cosign. When Slugs come in, when Bubble comes in, those to me are good cosigns. I don't need much more, you know. And not every cosign is a good cosign. That is my opinion. That's what, if me thinking that way makes me a fucking misfit, I don't give a fuck. I'll be a misfit. I don't need everybody's cosign. I stand to what we stand on. And if I know and if we're alluding to the same thing, that cosign does not stand for what we stand on. I don't know if that makes sense, bro. I don't know if that answered your question. Ghost Pimp Hand is legendary. A lot of fools in Fontana still wear that print. That's a misfire by a miss. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I believe. That's just me. Hey, Moni, palabra. Hey, Moni, shout out to you. Look at you, Moni. Hey, thank you so much, Moni. Listen, I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in God. And every time that you guys find it in your heart to donate, I believe it's because, God put it in your heart to do so. So God bless you for listening to that inkling in your heart. May the Lord bless you, multiply it 1,000-fold. Hey, I want to see you happy, Moni. You know, that's all I can say. As a big brother, as a big brother, I want to see you happy. I want to see all of my people happy. Every single one of you that rocks with me. That's why we do this. Because when I come out here and I put out my thoughts, I'm not a genius and I'm not the smartest man in the world, and I don't want to convince you guys and force you into living a certain way. But I just want to share with you guys what has worked for me, and I truly am living my best life right now after years of looking for the right way of doing things. It just all started coming together. And the more I learn, the more I understand, the more I'm going to share with you. That's why I believe that my channel is going to grow little by little. And I don't see me running out of content because what we're talking about are real life shit. And if you have an opinion, if you want to jump on, the link is right there. You can jump on. We can have that. We're back. It's unbearably hot today. Yeah, man. Hi, Katie. What's up? Gracias, Moni. That's right, Popeye, Barry. Let's see. Thoroughbreds. Even the second string isn't right when. Don't fear the missing ear. My bad. I'm late to the party. Nah, don't trip, bro. I don't know if I answered your question. Let me know if I answered it. Hey, Go, shout out to you, Goes. God bless you, man. Thank you for always supporting and coming through and blessing me. May the Lord multiply it a thousandfold, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone that comes through and shows love, shows respect, shows, that they're with me, that they're supporting me. Thank you so much. That's right, Popeye. Flex that pimp hand. That's right, Mag. Yeah, don't co-sign. Nah, man. Look, but I co-sign. And if I'm mistaken in that co-sign, I will come out right out and say, you know what? Hey, I co-signed it because this is what I thought. And when I saw this, I stopped. Straight up. No, I've always been very upfront that I used to watch fucking Joker. I used to watch him. And because he was starting to chill with Gunner, I used to kind of watch them in tandem. Did I support? I was never a subscriber to their channels. I never subscribed. That I was. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. I was a subscriber to their channels, but I wasn't a member. I wasn't a paying member of their channels. But what I did do every now and then was like a $2 donation, a $5 donation. Every now and then when they would go on lives. But the minute that their true colors finally came out full blast, I came out and said, I can't support this shit. Straight up. And that made me a fucking misfit. And then when I came back, like to watch what was going on, and I saw Exposed to doing his thing, I saw Chemo doing his thing, and I came out and I said, I'm supporting Exposed to 100%. That made me a misfit again. And they put a big ass target on my back, and fool started attacking me, but I don't give a fuck. See, what separates you and me is that I'm about my shit. I don't give a fuck. I stick to what I do. And if that's going to make me a misfit in the eyes of you weirdos, well, fuck you. Hey, man. Another goal, another goal. Who scored it? Belgium. What did I tell you, OG? I told you, but they scored faster because it's still in the first half. Hey, they still got time to go. Let's see. The opposition is thoroughly. Fontana, that's right, Popeye. Fine Ghost. Thank you, Ghost. You are appreciated, Sigh. It's melting my cold heart. Pinche Moni. Just saw my friend. Good to see you, super big brother. Yeah, super older big brother. Thank you, Moni. You are appreciated. Hola, when ya comenzaste to J Slaughter. Free Helga. Yeah, free Helga. Ghost, I thought you pimp limp was Palabra, Wendy, Katie. Don't tell people about baby girl stable. The PCP type is where. Yeah, probably, brother. Probably. Let me catch up with these chassis hands though. Yeah, man. Let's see. I'm only gonna co-sign my explosive familia. That's right. Hey, that's right, baby girl. Thanks so much. Kate Frizzle, hey, Barry Jones and Bum Bum, the Squatter Twins. I'm tired of hearing them crying bitch on pound about the frizz here, getting a wrench in someone's chat they don't like. They sound like jealous. Yeah, man, fuck them. Let's see. Yeah, go, bro, go. But you saw what happened now. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Let me just go through these real quick. And if any one of them is worth me reading, I'll read it. See, I'm just glad all of you guys are showing support. You know, camaraderie, saying hi to each other. That's the good thing, man. That's what we do here. Yeah, we don't need any whole signs. That's right, J Star. We don't, bro. We don't. Man, if my channel is gonna grow, it's gonna grow naturally. It's gonna grow organically. It's gonna grow from people that righteously like what I do. They like the content. They like how I put it down. No, and I believe that is what's happening. You know, and if other people have other intentions to subscribe to me, hit the like. Does and Dumber hate anybody who's supporting Exposed to because they know that Exposed to is telling the absolute truth about those pathetic idiots. Yeah, man, that's right. Mr. Look at these weirdos. Mr. Oxnard, Kelly, Big Dog, good to see you again, my friend. Delicate, sensitive, I guess. Yes. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I told you, bro. Wendy. Man, why are you saying hi to that fool, weirdo? Fucking chick Ghost. See, Ghost is a fucking misfit. I'd rather be a misfit than be a good fit in the wrong crowd. You can say that again, bro. Amen to that. I'd rather be a misfit than be a good fit in the wrong crowd. I don't know if you came up with it. I don't know if you found it. Whichever the case. I mean, I share quotes as well. I agree 100% to that. I agree. I'd rather be a misfit than a good fit in the wrong crowd. Straight up. Or be on my own. On my own. That's right, Machete. Orderly, big words. Kelly, big dog. That's right. Exactly, Machete. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Tenants are getting weaker by day. See me slam as if he does already. Skitto's only sick when he's live. He's sick of Joker, Mr. Rockstar. That's what it is. I'm sick. I'm sick of you, bitch. That's like the only part that he needs to say. I'm not feeling good. Feeling good about you, bitch. Let me see. Yeah, why am I remember? What? Yeah, you guys can do it on battle boxes. That's what they're for. But I hope you guys are respectful, peaceful. You know what I mean? You got to be respectful, peaceful. You already know we had a conversation, so I hope that all gets cleared up. I hope your guys' shit gets cleared up. That's all I'm saying. You know, hey, we're misfits up in here, but what kind of misfit are you gonna be? Are you gonna be an edifying misfit, or are you gonna be a destructive misfit? And I'd rather be on the side of those that build up and edify. Fuck all of that division. Fuck all of that shit. Fuck that. But if you want to come at me, shit, I'm ready. Straight up. Give a fuck. That's right, ill mannered. Ronin activated. I would rather walk alone than walk with a crowd going in the wrong direction. That's right, Wendy. Baby girl Wendy, that's right. So I guess Shafita are misfits. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, we're over here talking papas. We're talking papas. Talking papas, you know. Frank Tika start dropping knowledge, talking papas on the Misfits Monday. Little bit of a message, little bit of knowledge is always gonna be my get down. No, when you guys walk away from my live, I want you guys to at least have something new, maybe a new word, no, or maybe a new way of seeing things called kingly. Definitely not a racist one like Squatch. Yeah, fuck all that racism, man. I don't get down with that shit. I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you, Papa. I haven't really seen it, but if it has happened, I'm disappointed because we should not be racist, especially when we're who we are. Like, look at me. Like, how am I gonna be racist? I know I'm probably got a lighter complexion than other people, but I'm still a person of color. I'm not gonna be. How can I be racist? When my people were victims of colonization, how can I be racist? Fuck that. That I don't get down like that. No, and if you want to be down with us, if you want to be cool with us, you got to remember that one of the things that we transcend is racism. We transcend racism. We transcend all that prison politics, man. Let other people do that. But how are we going to do it if we're not even a part of that? We're not locked up. We're not in gangs. At least I'm not in the gang. And if anybody is, I mean, they keep it down low. So fuck it. We're not talking about that shit here. We don't talk about that shit. And that makes us misfits, straight up. That's why I don't need certain cosigns. There's certain cosigns I can do without. Maybe it makes other people happy to have those cosigns. More power to them, but I'm going to look at you weird now. I'm going to kind of have to side eye you a little bit now. If I already side eyed you, then this might be the thing that takes me over to where I'm like, man, fuck you too. Like I can understand how certain channels will need cosigns. I mean, my channel is small, and if a bigger channel co-sign me, and ET and you guys already do, so I'm cool. And if other channels co-sign me, I'm cool. Hey, that's good. It's always a blessing. Ever only if only if it's only a blessing only if these channels respect moralities and principles and those things that I stand for. But if you, how can I say this? If your content and if your get down and how you've been and who you are is against what I'm for, or you fit the description of what I'm against, why would I want your cosign? I don't need it. I'm a misfit who has morals and values. That's right. Strange bird sighting. Pang pang. Let's see. Is it? Did we? Strange bird? I don't know. Driving home, battle your own box, paterm, paterm. That's right. Franticas, whenever I leave from your lives, I always have lots of pop. Hey, what's up, Hangman? Nice to see you, brother. Shout out to you, brother. I see you. I see you, the Hangman Stranger. Been listening in the background. Hope you are all well. Hope you're well, too. Hangman, we need to have, hey, I'm going to talk to you one of these days, man. What's up, Oakland? Oakland, everything. You're always driving. Yeah, hey, man. She works and drives, but listens in. Thank you so much for your support. I have white and black friends at work. Man, I grew up with all kinds of friends, and they're still friends of mine. So I consider myself fortunate in that sense. I'm somewhat of a misfit at my age, having friends from so long ago. Oakland, everything, black power. Hey, man, black power, brown power, except white power. And sorry to say that, but white power is the power that has been oppressing everybody forever. So I can't really get down too much behind white power. But hey, brown power, black power. You know, hey, Mister. I remember that song Chicano Power. I like that song. I'm not even Chicano, but I think that's a good song. Chicano Power. It's a good fucking song. Driving or working. Yeah, that's right. We transcend racism and sexuality. That's right, Mags. That's right. And and I think that that's the reason why, and I've always said this, that we have a large following of women that understand that that's how we are. That's right. The Hangman Stranger, Primo's Ranch, Davidians, Mount. That's right, Jazz. I transcend gender. Well, that's good. I do too. I really don't trip on that, Ghost. I obviously, I'm a heterosexual man. I love women. I think women are beautiful. But to each his own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Attraction is in your loins, whatever it is. Miss Roxnard, I'm your white friend. That's right. Hey, that's right, Jay Slaughter. Wind Devil 7, Jay Slaughter, Righteous, Jay Slaughter, Palabra. I got green friends. I got little friends. Hangman, I'm not even human. Probably Ghost. That's right. My littles. Yeah, so anyways, look, as long as your eyes are always on the prize, and if the prize is doing good, uplifting people, uplifting the meek, protecting the vulnerable, being the voice for the voiceless, putting these weirdos on blast like we do with the exposed tube and each of us on our channels. As long as we stay on the course, as long as we consider rocking with each other, being friendly with each other, supporting each other, we're gonna keep doing what we do, man. Fuck all that division. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Peaceful, if you're still around, if you're still listening, bro, you already know what's up, man. I expect you to have or to be mature enough to let it go and to understand that there may have been a mistake on your end. That's all I can say. You know, that's all I can say. That's right, Ghost, the Hangman Stranger, almost shot. Okay, and everything. I have white friends, black friends, red friends, blue friends. Man, there you go, baby girl. You sound like fucking Eric Burden on Spill the Wine. Because you like women because you're real. Yeah, I mean, that's just my preference, That's my preference. And I respect women. I respect women. No, that's why it was like I tell people, man, you look, all of those rumors that you guys try to spread, no one's going to come out and say that I ever did anything weird over the phone behind the scenes with anybody. You got me fucked up. And if that makes me a misfit, that I don't do that shit, that I don't play that weird shit, that I don't fucking sexualize shit, if that makes me a fucking misfit, so be it. So be it, motherfuckers. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, stocking papas live. Misfit Monday. Misfit Monday. Hey, Belgium winning 2-1. That's right. That's right, Ghost. My little green friends come to abduct me and tell me the secrets of the universe. Exactly, man. I agree. I love women. All right, all right. I'm white. I don't see color. Why? Because is that like a medical reason, or you're just taking hypothetically? Jay Slaughter, whenever your little green friends abduct me, I give them peanut M&Ms. All right. Goes, I call it translucent. I don't either. Mockney, CBD. That's right. Anyways, hey, once again, shout out to Exposed Tube Revolution, man. We're misfits in these spaces because we don't conform, and I don't believe in conforming. We keep it a buck, straight up. I keep it a buck, and I know that eventually, if you have a good head on your shoulders and you have a good heart and you have an open mind, you will come to realize that what we do is on the positive spectrum of life. You know, look, Moni, we would not have met you. You would not have met us if we weren't doing the shit that we do. This is what we do. And if anything, I always want to put out there different ways of viewing things, different ways of doing things, because we all come from different paths of life, and maybe what works for me might work for you, and maybe it won't. Hey, but at least you're getting a different perspective. That's the whole point. I'll be there. I'd wish I thought of that before the last probing. That's right, Moni, Oakland, everything. We are the world. We are the children. We are the Elvises. Moni, you've said racist shit like 3 times already. Yeah, let her go. I don't see color. I just see black and white. That's right, Sooners. Joker too. He only sees black and white cop cars stopping at his pad every day to say hi and have breakfast with his ass. He has to give him his fucking reports. Oakland everything. What's so funny, Misfit? I'll ill. I transcend those remarks. That's right. Hey man, shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of you that have been with me, rocking with my channel. I put out a video today. Please go ahead and watch it. Please help me out with that. Go watch it. Go view my videos. Hit the like. I'm trying to get to 1,000 viewers, trying to make the channel grow. The more I can, the more I'll do. I continue having a job, obviously, because that's my primary source of income, and I hope it will always be. But whatever I make from YouTube, whatever I make from here, I want to reinvest it into the channel, make it, get better cameras, get a better microphone, and just start building up from there. Why? Because I know I rub people the wrong way. I mean, just my mere presence has fools with fucking homoerotic fantasies about me. It's fucking weird, man. It's fucking. I never thought that shit would happen. Like I'm not a good looking guy. Shit, like why are you fucking fools so infatuated with me, man? With my buttery smooth chesticles. Fuck. Fucking guys are weird. They're fucking weird. They're misfits of the destructive kind. She pregnant? I don't know. Yes, I resemble that remark. Power to the people. That's right, G Slaughter. Hell no, I ain't pregnant. Moni is a racist of showers. I haven't showered since. Pinche Moni, haz de apestar, güey. Moni owns. Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. She's just a misfit, but see, Moni's a misfit. And I know it took some time for people to understand. And some people still haven't. Just like some people still haven't understood me all the way. And that's okay. I'm all right. I know there's going to be people that I rub the wrong way, people that are going to trip out on me, always have some fucking weird ass shit to say about me. I don't give a fuck about that though. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fucking misfit. It's Misfit Monday. It's Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, talking papas. And I will continue to be. Because if going against the grain to put you fools on blast and talk papas and come out here and do what I do, if that's going to make me a misfit, so be it. So be it. We can tell Moni, ill manner, fuck the sniffing perro. We know they're trying to get a sniff with the virtual test. Yeah, man, pretty much. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Pinche Cali. Resemble Maggie, Cali. I just subscribed to everybody in here's channel except for two people. Hey, do what you got to do. But thank you so much, baby girl Wendy. If you hadn't subscribed to my channel, I thank you for subscribing. And if you already have, pues, thanks for being a subscriber. The hangman pinche sniffing. Let's see. Okay. Smaggy, Wendy, I best not be one of those. Hey, peaceful, take it to the battle boxes, bro. If you challenge them, take it to the battle boxes, bro. Por favor. I stand on my shit, wrong or right. Okay, I believe it. I believe it. But you know, no need for more. If you've already decided to go, hey, if you challenge to battle boxes, anybody challenges me to battle box, I'm gonna be there because I stand by it. I've already told people I'm not gonna challenge anybody to a battle box, but anybody that challenges me, I'll be right there. That's what that's about, right? What's up, Taco Stain? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you, Ghost. Moni changes colors every time. Hey, remember those toys that used to change colors when you got them wet? Those used to be cool. I had some GI Joes like that. Some He-Man too. Moni, don't worry, you weren't included in my subscription. Taco saying, "What's up, Moni?" Goes. That's right, Frank. I will. All right, cool. That's cool. I hope that's how it stays. Let's leave it at that. And that's still Jerry. I hope they stand up. Hey, we'll see. I hope so too. You made it public. If you can make it even more public later, okay? But yeah, but that's it. That's as far as it'll go, and we'll wait on the battle boxes. Oh shit, yeah! Finally, Taco's here now. I feel safe. Taco Stain, that's right, Taco Stain. Shout out to you. Go watch Taco Stain. Go subscribe, man. That's my brother right there. This is my brother, Taco Stain. Look, we're brothers around here. Brothers and sisters. Pump up the volume. We're gonna get you, brothers and sisters. Hey, that's right, BG Wendy. Taco. Hey, that's right, Miss Yaya, baby girl Wendy. Hola, Hola, Moni. Yaya. Hey, man. You guys are a blessing to me. You guys don't know how much you guys truly bless me every day whenever I see you guys come on to the chat and partake in the lives and comment and interact with me. I truly appreciate it. I just want to thank everyone that's come by. Thank you, Mr. Oxnard, Ms. Yaya, Mimi, Hangman Stranger, Ill Manner, Jay Slaughter, Moni, Ghost, Mags, my friend Mags. That's my sister from another mister. Katie Frizzle, Primo Taco Stain is in the house as well. Have Machete. He's always here. Kelly Big Dog, Ghost, Popeye. Man, everybody, that baby girl Wendy, the general, thank you so much, man. You guys have really made my day, really made my afternoon by being here and just chopping it up with me. I try to do this. I try to be natural all the time. I'm always going to come out here honestly and put out what I believe, what I think, what my opinions are. And if you get at me behind the scenes, you know that this is who I am 24/7. I don't need to fake the funk. Not at all. That's right, Sasquatch, ill mannered. In Taco we trust, Mr. Ox. That's right, man. Hey, man, the camaraderie and the love has got to shine through, even when there's misunderstandings, even when there's, you know, arguments. Taco, say, my friend, through today's video was fucking hilarious. Did you like it, Jay Slaughter, man? Hey, I try to put out good content every day, at least a short, at least a live. If I can do both or all three, I will do so. But I really am focusing on working as well. So sometimes I might just do two things at a time. But I appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to go ahead and jump off. We're going to call it a night. Hey guys, look, if being righteously down for the exposed to revolution makes us misfits, I've decided that that is who I am. I made a very public claim. I'm going to stick to it. And I'm going to continue to get down the way I get down. I'm going to continue talking papas daily, or talking papas. Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, talking papas. Misfits, we're misfits, but let's be misfits to edify. Let's build. Man, fuck all those destructive forces and energies. There's too many of them already in the world. Why do you want to be a destructive force? Why would you want to be a destructive energy in the world, man? There's too much of that already. Let's choose to counter that shit. Let's be misfits in the ways of energy and love and peace. Fuck it. I mean, but that don't mean that a troll and a hater won't get it. You're gonna get it. Straight up. Peaceful size wasn't so peaceful today. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there for a little bit. That's just fun. I want you to be peaceful, Sasquatch, por favor. Two times, that's right. Misfits as fuck. That's right, Ghost. When Demon caught me off guard. 233 Fahrenheit. Hertz, yes. This squatch. Man, I mean, catch you off guard. All right. Yeah, hey, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting my channel. Everybody that donated, Taco, Cali Big Dog, thank you so much. Hangman Stranger, Baby Girl Wendy, Jay Slaughter, everybody that's down with the Exposed to movement, that's down with my channel. I appreciate every single one of you. Once again, shout out to all of you that donated to my channel, that allow for me to continue. Moni, thank you so much. Ghost, thank you so much for your donations, for being here once again. I truly appreciate every single one of you. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. But we're going to continue doing this every day. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the Exposed to movement. Look at these weirdos, man. Look, they're so infatuated with us. They can't go a day without being around us. But fuck them. We do what we do. CBD, Bam will always eat a. That's right. Okay, that's what I want to see. Peaceful. Taco Stain. That's right. Shout out to Frank Ticas for talking papas all the time. All the time. Wendy Lou. That's right. That's right. Man, fuck all you weirdos. Fuck all you haters. All you trolls. We're going to get down the way we get down all the time. All right. And like you guys know, like I always say, we're going to keep it peaceful. All right, peaceful Sasquatch. We're going to keep it peaceful. And until next time, peace.